Well, of course, to another team that actually broke the udo of okay, we can't move past first round, second round. I remember that goal by Sunday Olise in 1998 against Spain. They were piling all the good guys against us, so we were scared of them that day. But of
The
course, yeah,
Kiko, the
yeah,
Amo, the
yeah,
Fernando Hierro.
Afonso and the
Campos,
rest,
Fernando
yeah,
Hierro,
yeah,
Abbas
and
Celandes.
yeah, and of course, things have changed from then. They stopped Raul from the team, and their fortune changed. They won the World Cup, won the Euro Cup. They've done pretty well for themselves, and now they have the Barcelona, cum Real Madrid legend as their coach. Uh, uh, a
Luis
treble winning coach
Enrique.
in Luis Enrique, and we're looking at that team. That team does not spark fear into your mind. You see a Gerard Moreno. Gerard Moreno actually scored like 26 La Liga goals. Good striker, but we've seen what he can actually do when on the big stage. Alvaro Morata, same thing. Fran Torres was a free player with Manchester City. Adama Traore, I'll prefer to put him at the right back rather than from a front three. Mikel Zabala of Real Sociedad. These guys don't just make you feel scared. And in the midfield, you see Marco Llorente of Atletico Madrid, Sergio Busquets, Rodri, Pedri of Barcelona, Thiago Alcantara, Koke, Fabian of Napoli, Dani Harmon of RB Leipzig, and Pablo Sarabia of PSG. This guy don't scare you, right? Kachi, I'll come to you. Are we expecting a miracle from Luis Enrique? And just to chip in something, no Real Madrid player in this team.
Mhm,
And Luis
mhm,
Enrique decided to name a 24-man squad when they had the chance
mhm,
of naming 26.
Maybe 26.
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
No Sergio Ramos, no Marco Asensio, no Luis Vázquez. Are we expecting a miracle from this team? Realistically, I'm not
Uh,
afraid of doom.
no miracle. I think Spain, uh, as usual, would come out through the group stage without any fanfare. I think they possibly would lose the very first knockout stage they come to. And that's because Luis Enrique has not been able to instill. There's a level of confidence you have that once these players, your opponents see you first coming
Yeah.
out of the
Yeah.
tunnel, that they are almost half beaten.
But
They don't have that
just
now.
to chip in something, Brazilians back in the days, Adriano, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Kaká, Adriano actually
Exactly,
said they will
exactly.
just stay together, pretend as if they are
Yes,
talking, and the opposition will be like,
yes.
"Wow, what are they saying?"
And these the
Yeah.
people we are playing
The
against. For
psychological
Exactly,
God's
game.
sake,
exactly. So
can't
I
we
feel your
just
point.
give them 3 goals and go home now? So I
Exactly.
think that's going to be the biggest thing. Luis Enrique obviously was trying to pass a message by he wanted to lay down the law. I
Uh-huh.
mean, he said his argument was he decided to go with 24 because he wants every player to have the possibility and opportunity to play, and he thinks he would only play 18 to 19. So there was
Uh-huh.
no point bringing in that.
Make it 26.
If you had the chance, bring in these players because you never
Exactly.
know who your
Exactly.
X factor will be.
William.
Exactly.
The truth is, they won 2 of the last 3. So for that same only single regard, they would always be. I would not call them the favorites, but they would always be expected to compete, and compete they will. But it will come as I wouldn't say a pleasant surprise, but it will come as a surprise if
If they
Spain, the
get to
Spanish team,
quarterfinals.
gets to the semi-final.
Oh,
It
okay.
will it will be a big surprise for
Me,
me.
I'm thinking of quarterfinals. Olale,
Yeah,
going
I expect. I think quarterfinals will be a good one for them. Um, I don't know what it will mean for Luis Enrique when he comes back because AS and Maka would tear a third
cheer
hole
to
if they would tear him a third hole if he ends up going out in the quarters, and they'll say
on
you
the group
had the
stage.
chance to bring Lucas Vaz
Lucas.
or even the group stage.
Yeah.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
It has happened before. I mean, we saw it in that World Cup that Robbie Van Persie scored. I think it was in South Africa, 2010.
No,
it wasn't South Africa.
2014.
It was the
2014.
2014 World Cup.
Yes.
They went out of the group stage. We also saw France win France 98, but then they came to Korea, Japan 2002. They came with 3 of the top strikers in 3 of the biggest leagues in Europe.
Yeah.
And they did not score a goal.
They
did not score a goal.
Yeah, that's true.
So yes, they came with 3, the Trezeguet, and Djibril Cissé, and none of them registered a goal. So
that's true.
If that happens, trust Maka and AS to tell Luis Enrique about his family.
That leads to my next question. Is it like there's a dearth of talent in Spain? Back then, the Catalonians were churning out talents. Same with Casillas. We had Iniesta, Xavi. They just keep coming. Pedro, Asuesenka. We keep getting them year out. Is it like a dearth of talents within Spain? I was looking at this squad. Even if he does not pick these guys, who will he pick in place of them?
Yeah. Yes, like you rightly asked. The truth is this: every country or every team goes through
that phase.
That phase, yeah, it happens. It might not last. With what we've known we've known of the Spanish teams. It won't last for too long.
Yeah, of course.
If you recall, the Portuguese team that won the Euros in 2016, like I always tell people, it was more of a compensation for what they've done in the past.
Yeah,
that was arguably one of their worst teams going into any competition. The team is as bad as anything. It is Ronaldo and the rest. Even in defense, it was so. I think Spain too is, but you could see under 2-3 years. Just check the Portuguese sport now.
We'll get to talent.
So I believe Spain is just going through
that same phase
in time of exactly.
Staying with you, Lawale, the tournament favorites without any shadow of doubt is France. Take it or leave it, Kachi. I think we'll be on the same page for the first time in history on this one.
I agree with you.
So I agree with you. We have Mbappe, we have Benzema coming back. Even in the goalkeeper, Igoloris, Magian, Steve Mandanda, the defense, Luka Digny, Lo Dubios, Lucas Hernandez, Kipambe, US Conda, Clement Lenglet, Benjamin Pavard. We just have them, and of course we have the world.
Benjamin Pavard.
We have the incoming World Footballer of the Year in the team as well, N'Golo Kante in the team. Paul Pogba. Forget it. Kante was going to win.
No. I'm just smiling.
Wassam, Beyada of Monaco. Kingsley Coman, lovely team. Ousmane Dembele. Sorry. Antonio Griezmann, Marcus Thuram, Olale. I know they are definitely the favorite. You're over 10. How would you rate it on paper? Of course, like Kachi said, they came to 2002 World Cup with the highest goal scorer from 3 leagues, and they failed to register a goal. Right, overall.
I know. I think 2006 or 2002 World Cup was as the result of fatigue. Yeah. But for me, I think on paper, if you look at the French squad, they are probably one of the best in Europe right now. But the last 2 major competition, even the one, they obviously struggle. There's this struggle to strike the right balance, securing their defense and getting the attacking players really involved. With the kind of talent they have, you could see they see a bit conservative going with Giroud up front. So I think I'm not expecting anything different from the Spanish team, from the French team. I still think they will still go with that their conservative approach. Why they rely on the individual brilliance of the guys like Mbappe just to make things happen. But I think the greatest question for them going into this competition will be who is going to replace Blaise Matuidi. If you recall the last World Cup, Blaise Matuidi actually starts on the left side of the midfield, like either three midfielders playing behind Giroud. But when they don't have the ball, he joins Pogba and N'Golo Kante in the middle of the park, thereby relieving Pogba of some defensive duties. Pogba is not when you are talking about tackles. Pogba is arguably one of the most indisciplined players when it comes to tackles. So who is going to fit into that role? Who starts from that left side of the attack, but without the ball, plays talking to the midfield, making the midfield three.
Click.
So for me, but I think they are one of the favorites. But I think they are very beatable. I won't be surprised if they lose in the second round or in the quarterfinals, because I think why they will have problem is there is this lack of they don't maximize the attacking talents. And if peradventure they find themselves going behind against a very decent, a very organized team, they might probably struggle to create chance and overcome such adversity.
Okay. All right, perfect. I don't know if Kachi agrees with Olale or what Olale said.
To a very, very large extent, I do. But I think the only thing I want to differ on is that in N'Golo Kante, they have 17 Blaise Matuidi. And much more recently, we noticed that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was, I should not say Ole, I should say Paul Pogba had his best game for Manchester United, playing from the left side of a trident midfield. So if they replicate the same, where they put a Pogba playing from that left where Matuidi would have played, and then keeping N'Golo as the anchor in that three-man midfield, I think it will make up for whatever Blaise Matuidi would have been able to bring.
That formation you are proposing is too ambitious for Didier Deschamps.
For Didier Deschamps. Deschamps will
probably
He's going to play two guys sitting
to the
back four. Yeah, that's too adventurous for.
But he can play that's too adventurous trequartista. He can do the trequartista. Let's for me, the hallmark of a good coach is your ability to make in-game decisions and switches. Right?
Kachi, the good thing is to see we know most of these coaches hardly change. You don't expect them to change.
They are set in their ways. They are set in their ways.
You don't expect them. For someone who has won the World Cup with that kind of
playing a particular style,
I don't see him trying to experiment with something else at this.
I guess the jury is out. I guess this is where you would have to make your bones and say, okay, here we said the same thing about Gareth Southgate and his potential ability or not to be bold. Let us see if that same thing can be said of Didier Deschamps. Don't forget that